shorts, ready to kick it away first. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here's Simmons to throw. He's going to go for a big one. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover.
Well, this coaching staff said they were going to come out and be aggressive. In their first offensive snap, they try to take a shot and catch the defense napping. Just not a very accurate throw, and that leads to the pick.
On the run, it's Smothers. Can't get him to the ground. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
They'll go right back to the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And they squelched that play so fast, can you even still call it a sweep?
You can sweep that play under the rug and not run it again because it was very unsuccessful.
Manning tries to pick it up on 3rd down. Working the middle, it's complete. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32.
And the defensive coordinator is irate on the sideline. 3rd and long, it's a short throw. You've got to be able to rally, make a tackle, and force the punter onto the field. They let him get loose, break some tackles, and with the first, the offense stays on the field.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. They give it to him again. They make the stop, but he got work done on the ground, picking up 6 to the 23.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy, run the ball up the middle, physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, which they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the 4th quarter.
On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. They went right back to him, and they got the exact same thing. Nothing doing against this defense. It'll be 4th down. 4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. They'll go with Brown. He's barely going to make it back to the line of scrimmage, and he'll be stopped short on 4th down.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Simmons rushes on him. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Simmons. He's got him this time. Breaks into the open. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. That big explosive play carries them into plus territory. They'll snap it 1st and 10 from just across the 50. From the gun, give to Hardy. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Quickly complete. On the move at the 30. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
Nice pitch and catch there from QB to wide receiver. Great job. An out route is all about timing. 1, 2, 3, boom, break out, throw it to him right now. Great pitch, great catch.
The run inside. It's Hardy. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. He'll try to do it himself. He slides and gets the first down. What a weapon to have a guy who can move the chains for you by any means necessary. Missouri has it ready to go with another first down. Throwing Simmons. He's got it and still on his feet. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Here's a give to Hardy. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Missouri! Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Coming out with it, it's Simon. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Manning dumps it to the back. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Yeah, and how about the linebacker? You know, you ask him to do so much on the football field and cover so much ground. You don't always ask him to go man-to-man, but when you do, the linebacker comes through, swats the ball to the ground.
Hard-hitting tackle.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Third down from the gun, Manning. Makes the grab on the left. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on 4th down. Needs it to keep this drive alive. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They'll run it on the counter. And he is stopped behind the line, and that's how we'll finish the first quarter. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. They feed him again. He stopped in his tracks, and at least they didn't lose yardage on this one. Third play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on 3rd and long. Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. Finds us back in the middle. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Missouri trying to convert this 4th down. Running the red zone, it's Hardy. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
4th and 1, I got to know my situation. I got to know I can't mess around as a running back. I got to get through the hole, make the first down. No matter what, if I got to run somebody over, I'm running straight downhill, straight for those sticks, and making sure I get that first down.
Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
What a run by their tailback, and simply one of the best in the entire country, and his ability to make people miss is the reason why, guys. That's one thing that's just not coachable. You have it or you don't. That was something they identified in him when they were recruiting him to come play in this offense, and now it's come to fruition. Defenses have such a hard time bringing him down. This defense is going to have to do a better job gang tackling as this game goes on.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Madness. They'll run the screen. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to throw, it's Manning. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense, a complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that.
But look at this. They're not setting up to punt. They're going to try to cut into this lead, and this is a huge risk late in the half. Fires to the big fella. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their 2nd. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. This drive was rolling, and then it got thrown into reverse. Here's a 2nd and 18. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And the disjointed start just looks sloppy when you get a false start. It's 2nd and long. Sends it back in motion. Arch is going to throw for it. Oh, they're after him. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Manning lines up in the gun on 3rd down. A strike downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. From the red zone, it's Smothers. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
And how about this drive this offense has put together, man? You're kind of backed up. You just want to get some good field position. Now they've converted the sticks, moved the ball down the field, now set up 1st and goal, a chance to continue their physical.
He's going for the goal line. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Powers forward. That is is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Longhorns.
And that's exactly what the offense needed right there. A touchdown here, and I know it's taken a while. They hadn't had a lot of success up until that moment. Late in the second quarter, they finally were able to punch one in the end zone, and that's going to give them some confidence now to take into the locker room here shortly at halftime, but they've got to play much better in the second half.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Here's Simmons to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
Just got to finish the play for the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
To throw, it's Simmons. This one's complete.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Lined up in the gun. Here's Simmons on third. He's got him. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42. Timeout on the field. Missouri calls it second. They'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Again, it's Simmons. He's going for a big play downfield. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And a really great job by the defense adjusting now, because on this drive, this quarterback has found his guy a few times, and now the defense is saying, we are double covering him. You might throw it somewhere else, but that guy is not going to make the catch.
Makes the grab in their space. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
And that's this guy's third catch now on the drive, and I like how this offense just keeps going back to him. Look, if you're not going to cover him, we're going to keep throwing him the football. We don't have to overthink this thing, and as every completion happens, the quarterback is gaining more and more confidence in this guy.
And the Tigers will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Simon. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Longhorns head out, hoping to move the ball on this possession. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well, because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. To throw, Manning. It's caught. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. The Longhorns can really attack on this second and short. Gives it on the option. He breaks a tackle. And again finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping.
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Finds his big tight end. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
They'll go back to the ground. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
There's nothing more annoying defensively than this. You got a guy bottled up, great coverage, boom. He escapes out of it, pulls a rabbit out of a hat. Next thing you know, he scrambles, gets a first down. Now I got a new set of problems I got to deal with.
Looking for a gap. It Smothers.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Here's Arch to throw. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Well, they came into this one as the favorite, obviously, and they looked like they were sleepwalking in that first half. Whatever adjustments they made in the second half, I think one thing's pretty simple. David, they remembered who they were. Offensively now, they've come out. They've been electrifying. They've been lighting up the scoreboard. Defensively, getting the football back. This was the team we thought we were going to see at the very start of the game.
Man, it's so hard week to week, man. So many challenges, injuries, all the things that come with it, and getting guys motivated, right? Like sometimes they just don't have that energy. Good to see them come out after the half with the energy, with the urgency. This is the squad we thought we were going to see.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield at Simmons. Got his man in the middle. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Simmons. That's reeled in. It's Hardy. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf.
Well, and most QBs will tell you it starts from the waist down, and the feet have to be tied really well with the upper body and with the mechanics. And you can tell, drifted a little bit there. Because of that, inaccurate throw.
No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. They tried to surprise him on 3rd and inches, but by the time the ball was snapped, it looked as if there were 24 defenders coming after the quarterback.
Yeah, and look at all the guys near the box on the snap, right? Everybody's thinking run. Everybody's playing fast, physical, and aggressive, and the offense had no...
Guys, I can't believe this. They must not trust their defense at all. They're leaving the offense out there, and they're going to go for it here. You want to talk about a high-risk decision. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on 4th down. Fires to the right. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Hey, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on 4th down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field and catches the defense off guard.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Hardy. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. The Tigers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hardy. Corralled and stopped, and he just picked and weaved and bobbed his way for 5.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
And now on second down for this offense.
Ready. Blue 22. Kill. 139 Albatross. 139 Albatross.
Right back to Hardy. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
And if you listen carefully, you can start to hear some of the boo birds coming out from this home crowd. They know their offense needs points, and this late in the game, they're watching them run the ball to no avail.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. Got his man downfield. Touchdown Tigers! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th. The Tigers are back on top. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Simon. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Here's Manning to throw. Hauls it in. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up.
I love that last play, and I love that they're still under control here. I know it's a 2-minute situation. Everybody's trying to go fast, but they can't get out of control. Right now, they're playing within themselves. They're understanding what's on the clock, and they're just running their offense.
That is exactly what this offense needed. The clock's winding down. You got to make a play. You go to your big play wide receiver. He chews up some yards. This offense is in a great spot.
And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Looking to throw, it's Manning. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Manning. Fires deep toward the end zone. He had that one slip to the ground, and if he had held on, that might have been a wrap. Instead, it'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Hart's going to spin it again. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Oh, he makes the play, it's intercepted. Looking for more room. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. The keeper on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Situation like this late in the game, and the offense might be content just to barge right into the middle of that crowded run D. Throwing Simmons. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. Defense will take a timeout with 28 seconds left. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. A hostile environment can have a major impact on even the most composed, well-prepared team, so how much